Welcome to our 20-foot by 20-foot garage project here in SketchUp for Schools. In our previous episode, we fixed up our closet to get it ready for our door. So we cleaned up the garage door, we cleaned up the roof over top of our closet, and we placed in the door opening for the closet. In this episode, we're going to place the trim for both the closet door and the front door. And then we're going to take a look at the 3D warehouse. So starting over here in our closet door, I'm going to take my tape measure and create a 0.75 or 0.5 and then another 0.75. From here, we're going to go over 0.25, and then from that point over, we're going to go 3.5. Next, take our rectangle tool, create our measurements. Let's put a double click right there and double click right there just to make sure that our rectangles go smoothly. We want to go up to, undo that, we're going to go up to this rectangle here. This one is going to be the full rectangle, and then we'll go to here. Next, our door is going to be on this side. So from that point, we're going to go 1.5. From this point over, we're going to go 1 inch. And we're going to go 0.5. Take your rectangle tool and draw in your rectangle. So again, 1.5 inches from here to here. From here to here is 1 inch, and the depth here is 1/2 inch. Take your eraser tool, erase our guides first, and then erase our lines. So that is our shape for the closet as well as our front door. I'm going to double click on it, make sure that everything's selected. I'm going to take my move tool, hover over the corner here, hit Control to make a copy of it, drag it over and place it in our front door. Next things we're going to do is I'm going to take my line tool, I'm going to draw in a line around our door, hit escape, hit the space bar button, and then hold down shift and click on all 3 of our lines, making sure that all 3 are selected. You first need to make sure you click on the follow me tool first, else it doesn't tend not to work. So let's go ahead and redo that real quick. Again, hold down shift, click on all 3 of our lines, follow me tool, and then click on our face. At this point, hit my space bar, triple click, right click, and let's make that a component. This is going to be front door underscore trim. We're going to add in the group that it's in first, underscore, and then what it is. So front door underscore trim, and then we'll have closet underscore trim as well. So that is that. Take our line tool, Let's draw in our lines around our closet, the exact same ways that we did for both the garage and the front door. Hit escape, the upper left hand corner. With your selection tool, again, we're going to click on our lines. Make sure you click all 3 of them. Click on follow me and click on our face. Triple click on it, right click, make it a component, and this is going to be closet trim. So now we have our 2 trims for both of our doors. Front door we're going to leave alone. We're going to focus on our closet door. And for this door, I want there to be a sliding barn door. And so instead of us creating the sliding part, we're going to go into the 3D warehouse and try to find something usable there. We will end up making our own closet door, but we're going to use the sliding part that someone else created. So down here, you're going to click on where it says components. It'll come up over here where it says search 3D warehouse. The house is everything that we currently have in this project. Over here in our 3D warehouse, you're going to type in sliding barn door. Click enter. And the one we want should be the very first one that shows up. It's going to be by this Clifford T 0.14 megabytes, 13K downloads. That's what we're going to use. So if we click on it, bring this over, this is the model that shows up. We want these part right here to be towards us. So I'm going to hover over the top with my move tool, hover over the little red X's, rotate around till it is in that orientation. Let's hide our components because we don't need those anymore. Right here, I'm going to right click, explode it. I'm going to right click, explode that again. I'm almost there. Now it's separated into 2 components. I have the bar and then I have the door with our track wheels. I'm going to right click, explode that one again. I'm going to triple click on the door, hit delete. So now I have my handles and I have my little tracks here. I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to select all 3 of those. Door handles, I'm going to leave it there because we don't need those at the moment. Take your move tool, hover over this corner, and we're going to place it up here on top. Once you put this on the corner here, we need to pull this out quite a bit. So I'm going to move it along the green axis. I'm going to type in 0.75, hit enter. Next, I'm going to hit the up arrow key to move it straight up, and we're going to type in 2, enter for 2 inches. I want this to be ending right here at the very end here. So I'm going to measure what this distance is going to be, which is 1/2 inch. So I'm going to take my move tool, move it along the red axis, 0.5, enter. Select one of our pieces of metal, hold down shift, click on the other one, select your move tool, and I'm going to move this along the red axis over here somewhere's right into there, maybe a little bit, maybe just on the inside of our door trim. I'm going to space this one out just a little bit, making sure it stays along the red axis so that way it stays inside that little channel. Next, select your push-pull tool, right click on the black piece there, edit group, and I'm going to push-pull that all the way to the wall. There's a little channel if we zoom in right here. I'm going to push-pull that channel to around there, not all the way to the end, but just to there for now. We will adjust all of this a little bit later on after we finish up the door, just to make sure that everything is the way it needs to be if we were opening the door up so it doesn't slam into the wall. Right click, close your group, and lastly what we want to do is take over here, take your tape measure. I'm going to double click on the outside edge there just to create a guide for us. Take your rectangle tool, draw it from that point all the way over to that point. Select our push-pull tool, and we're going to bring this down so that it lines up with the bottom edge. Let's select our eraser tool. Over here in our outliner panels, we have our individual groups. Here I need to triple click on that, right click, make that a group. I'm going to select all of our individual pieces there, right click, and let's turn that into a group. Right click on that, rename it, and this is going to be closet underscore slider. I keep forgetting to hit enter. I'm going to group both of these up for now. I'm going to make that a group. I'm going to go in here and rename this as handles. And I'm going to hide those, just to kind of get them out of the way for now. So that finishes up this part of our project. So this right here, our door lines up with that. We may pull it out just a little bit more, just to have a little bit more space in there. But that finishes up this episode of our project. In our next episode, we're going to go in here and build our closet door, just like what we did with our garage door. Save your project, take your screenshots, and turn those in. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for our next episode where we finish up this closet door.